takes my stress away. I wanna go fishing, try and catch my blues away. I wanna go fishing, I don't want to watch the clock. I wanna go fishing, I don't ever wanna stop.
Hey everybody, I'm Cody Thomas. We wanted to come to you and make you a little video to explain a little bit about the AFAA Classic. To first get started, I'm going to explain to you what AFAA stands for. Anglers for Autism Awareness. We was thinking and kind of brainstorming. Me and my father-in-law was sitting here at the house. I've been a pastor in Letcher County for the last 10 years, and we was sitting here at the house, and I was thinking I really wanted to do some kind of outreach other than the normal stuff that I do as a pastor. And I've always been an angler. I grew up on the backwaters of Car Fork Lake and spent most of my time on the lake. So we was brainstorming and talking and kind of praying this thing through. And y'all forgive us, we got people working down the road here, but we was brainstorming and talking and kind of working this thing through. And what we came up with is that we wanted to start a little fishing club in Letcher County and try to get as many anglers that we can involved, so that we might be able to do like a service for people. Somebody got their house burnt down, somebody's got a sick relative that has to go to the hospital a lot, even flood victims at this point we could do some work for. Anything that is a charity around that way that would fall underneath our guidelines, we would come together and we would host a tournament, and the proceeds of that tournament would go to the family or the person that is in need. Now, don't forget that we will also be fishing tournaments that will be a payout tournament. Our anglers will make money from fishing our tournaments, just maybe a couple a year, maybe 3 tournaments a year, unless it seems like we need to be more. We will fish for charity. Now, moving on forward through the year, up into July, I want to talk about the AFAA Classic. I know it's kind of crazy that we start off with our Classic, but here's the deal. We was brainstorming this thing just like I told you, and the Letcher County Autism Society had just booted back up, and they had offered my wife a position as one of their board of directors, and my wife has been part of the Autism Society in Letcher County for our oldest son's 17, so she's been part of it, no doubt, for 17 years. But we've always been real involved, you know, with anything to do with the Autism Society and getting awareness out and reaching out into the community. But I was talking to my wife about it, and she said, why don't you go with me to the meeting Wednesday, and why don't you just bring it up that you would like to do a bass tournament for the Autism Society? And I said, sure, we'll do that. So we went to the meeting and we met with some ladies from Mountain Comp, MCHC. They're part of the mental health department, and you all can correct us in the comments if we're wrong. But they work for in the mental health department. I don't know exactly their positions. And then we met with a good friend of mine that I've known for a long time that works at the Sapling Center, KRCC in Whitesburg. And we met up with these guys, and we just kind of spilled out our idea about what we wanted to do. And they was like, yes, we're on board. So here's what we got going on. The AFAA Classic, every year, you'll not make no money on. I'll not make no money on. The club will not make no money on it. The only people that will benefit from the AFAA Classic from now on, and it is legal binding now that we've got it in a video, from here on, the only people that will benefit a cent from the AFAA Classic is the Letcher County Autism Society. They will, all proceeds will go to them, and there'll be an event there right after the weigh-in, and you can stay around and see where your money's going. We will present them with the money. We'll give an account. We'll give a dollar amount for every dollar that is raised that day, and you'll personally get to see us hand that money to the Autism Society. I don't want no money out of it. Of course, we're going to win money. Us anglers going to win money in our normal club tournaments. That you know, and plus we get to be on the water, out in the great outdoors, enjoying what we love to do. But I wanted to kind of reach out and kind of explain and give everybody an idea about this AFAA Classic. I got up with Jordan Stidham, and he was like, listen, we're going to do trophies. He said, so, he said, can I do that part? And I said, sure. Give me the idea that you got. So it's still in the working process, but the trophy that you will receive if you win first place will be the equivalent of the same dollar amount that you put in. That trophy, it's going to be $100 a boat. You can do 2 anglers on each boat. You can fish 1 angler on a boat. It don't matter, ever how you want to do it. And remember, all your money will go to charity. And we can ask with them. I'm sure that, you know, it could be a tax write-off. I don't know. That's something that I would have to reach out to them and make sure on. We got a visitor coming up the road here. We'll give him just a second and let him pass by. He's a good old buddy of ours. But anyways, that's something that I'll talk to them about. I can't answer that for sure, but definitely on tournament day, July the 22nd will be our tournament day. On tournament day, I can give you more of that information. Registration will start at 5 o'clock a.m. at the Carfork Marina. Between the AFAA and Mountain Comp and the Sapling Center, we have got together, and we have secured both shelter locations at the marina. We've got people coming in with grills. They're going to grill hot dogs all day. We've got different things that's going on. Outside of the AFAA Classic, we will have a children's tournament on the shoreline, or I mean, adults can get into it if they want to. But I'd also talked to Jordan about that, and he was saying that the prizes that will come forth, and every child will receive a prize. Every single child will receive a prize. But Jordan was saying that they're going to knock it out of the park with these prizes. I mean, I don't want to mention certain things, but listen, if I was a kid in between the age of 4 and 21, that's the age slot that we set, in between the age of 4 and 21, I would want to fish that onshore tournament. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. But your going back to the trophies, your first place is going to be a really good looking trophy, something that you would be proud to set on your mantle. The thing that that me and Jordan had discussed, and I'll know later on as we go, what we're shooting for is a big, huge Cyrillic puzzle piece, which that is the symbol for autism awareness, and it's going to have the Classics logo right in the middle of it, and I think it's going to say AFAA Classic 2023, and Jordan will probably change all that up as we go along. I sure hope that Jordan don't mind me mentioning his name. I don't think he will. He's a good guy. But the children's prizes is going to be out of the park. Like I said, we're going to do. Like I said, there's going to be grilling. There's going to be a lot of things going on. This is just going to be the Classic. This information is just for the Classic. Other tournaments that we will have in the future, we'll come back and we'll shoot you another little video. I got my oldest son Braden Fields in behind the camera here. He's an awesome camera guy. Loves to make videos, and me and him's already talking about the next video that we're going to shoot for you. We're going to take the old boat down to the lake and we're going to shoot it on the water. So we will be making another video explaining the next upcoming tournament. Listen, guys, you cannot outgive God in a charity. Everything that you can give. I don't care, and I know you say, well, you're a pastor, you want to talk about money. contact my church members. I don't never preach about money. It's the furthest thing from the gospel, but every dollar that you can give toward this thing. And I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to mention one thing that the Autism Society in Letcher County is shooting for. We got another visitor coming by. Give me just 1 second. One thing that I'm going to go out on a limb, like I said, and I'm going to mention this because I know that they don't care, because it's a goal that they had set, and I was so great. It was so wonderful for me to be there and listen to this as they was kind of setting this goal for a future thing. Every dollar that you put in will go to the Letcher County, I think it's Pine Mountain Area Autism Society, maybe. I might be using the Letcher County word wrong, I don't know. It's one of those two, but I tell you what we'll do, we'll put a link in the description of their Facebook page. But anyways, one goal that they have set that actually lit my fuse, that allowed me to be able to put my whole entire heart into doing whatever I can for this Autism Society, is they are hoping, and they are working very hard. When I say very hard, I mean very hard, that they could in the future have an autism clinic in Letcher County. Listen, me and my wife have 2 autistic children, and we got 2 autistic sons, and we got a daughter that has Sanfilippo syndrome. We got a 14-year-old daughter that she supports in every kind of awareness that we do. But for our children to go to a clinic that can treat them for their autism, they either go to Cincinnati or we have to go to Lexington. Listen, we need this in Letcher County. We need you to do your part as an angler and put forth your best effort to get this clinic put in Letcher County. There's families out there that can't afford to drive to Cincinnati, and their child is going to do without because they don't have a clinic in Letcher County. Every dollar that you put forward makes a promise that in the future, that family will not have to take food off their table to be able to afford to get their child to that doctor. But anyways, I'm Cody Thomas. I'm the president of the AFAA. I want to ask you that on June the 22nd, if you are an angler and you love to fish, you love to bass fish, of course we'll have all the rules and stuff in your registration, but if you're an angler and you love to bass fish, I don't care what county you're in, I don't care what level that you fish at, if you're an angler in our area that wants to fish for a good cause, show up at Carfork Marina, 5 a.m., July the 22nd. Registration at 5 a.m., take off at 6 a.m. Weigh in at 2 o'clock. The kids' tournament will be 11 to 1:30. I'd love to see you there. Until then, God bless you.